Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Mohawk Motors. My name is Jason, and we've got another progress update video on the Dream Workshop. We left off getting the walls painted and some other odds and ends, and that's where we're gonna pick up tonight. So let me do a little bit of work and then I'll show you what I'm doing. So it's Monday. I had a little bit of time this afternoon, and I was able to come out and look at it and really think about it, and I convinced myself that it just wasn't worth the time and expense to do a third coat of paint on these walls. Everything's covered, it's even in color and coverage, and this is a workshop. It's not my bedroom, it's not where I'm gonna be, sitting looking at the walls. When I'm out here, I've got stuff to do. So having them all one color, uniform, neat, that's good. That's what I need. I don't need to invest another 4.5 hours and $50 worth of paint to make it a little tiny, minuscule bit better. So rather than doing more painting, I went ahead and did the base trim. And I'm really happy with how it came out. It very neatly fit to the floor. One of the things that I didn't think about, an added benefit of using that PVC 1x4, is the stuff is flexible. So the inconsistencies in the floor, I was able to curve it and keep it tight to the floor the whole way around the wall. So I'm happy with how that turned out. I do wish I had worn cleaner gloves, and yeah, I'm not going around and cleaning all this base trim in the workshop. But now that that's done, I also got the outlet covers put back on. So I want to start getting some of my shelves put back together. I've got, seats here. I got 2 pallets of transmissions over there. I've got boxes of stuff. I want to get some of my shelves put back together along this wall, so I can free up some space to actually do stuff in here. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab my shelf. I'm gonna actually take the time to get the shelf level, both front to back and side to side. And yeah, I'm gonna set them up over here. So I'm gonna get started. I'll bring you back once I get some up and get some stuff onto it. Oh, well everybody, I got a little carried away. It's almost midnight, but man, that was the vision I've had in my head. I'm starting to be able to see in real life, and I just didn't want to stop. So I'm gonna be tired tomorrow, but it's worth it to see what I've got done. Check this out. So I've got this wall over here all set up with my shelves, and I've got an entire walkway here. I've got 3 pallets worth of transmissions and transfer cases and differentials on these shelves. And this isn't even half of the shelving that I have. It's just, I've got it set up so much more efficiently now. So I've got my bottom shelf spaced so that I can put transmissions in and out of there with the dipsticks still in them. That way I don't have to store them open to the elements, even though they're inside. And I don't have to mangle the dipstick trying to get them on and off the shelf. I've got a shelf set for transfer cases, my small totes, and then the boxes are temporary. That's all stuff that I need to unpack into my office and other places once that part gets done. But the top shelf, I'll be able to put my larger storage bins on up top. I've got myself a little workbench workspace here in the middle. I'll probably keep the radio on it. This is just tools I was using while I was working. That stuff will go away. And then another shelf set up the same way. The seats are temporary. This is just where I can put them until I finish doing everything else. I have another place in mind for them, but for the time being, they're out of my way, so I have room to work. And tomorrow, I have something for right here that I picked up earlier this week to complement my waste oil heater, my furnace. I'm really excited about that too. feels really good, guys. I mean, if you've been following along, it's been a lot of work just to get to this point. And there's still a lot of work to do. But this is really my first real glimpse of what this place is gonna be, and that it's gonna look in real life the way I see it in my head. And that's super satisfying and really motivating. So I'm gonna go get some sleep, and then we'll get back after it out here tomorrow evening and make some more progress. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, everybody, it's Tuesday evening. I just got done having dinner with the family and getting the kids to bed. And it's time to get to work down here. I did sneak down this afternoon for a little over an hour. I got a little bit done. Mainly, I got my new to me oil tank brought in and set up. So this is a 275 gallon fuel oil tank. I bought it from a guy local on Marketplace. They had just an oil burning furnace in their house. They got it replaced with heat pumps. Didn't have any use for this. So I bought it. It's in good condition, doesn't have any leaks or anything like that. So this is gonna be where I store my used oil until it's time to put it into the furnace. And I rigged up where the feed for the old furnace was. I just ran some fittings, a little hose with a couple valves, so I'll be able to just extend my hose right over here to the fill the furnace, and then coil the hose right back up with the valves shut. Should be way cleaner and easier than what I'm currently doing, which is bringing oil in 5 gallons at a time from out in my enclosed trailer, where I've got 2 55-gallon drums of used oil out there that I brought from the old house. So I'll just use those up. When I have a little extra time, I'll bring some of that oil in and get it dumped into the new 275-gallon tank. And then once they're empty, I'll just, like I said, just fill right from the tank through the hose. Neat, easy, nothing to it. And then I'm also getting started on some electrical stuff. If you remember, I had a wire with some outlets hanging down here in the middle. I'm getting that moved over. I'm going to drop it down this post to a quad outlet box, and then run off of that across to the opposite post where I'll have another quad outlet box. Just to repurpose that circuit. It had three outlets on it before, 4 outlets. It'll be a 20 amp breaker, so that'll be perfect, and it'll give me outlets where I need for my tire machines, and then for whatever workbench work surfaces I have back here. So I'm working on that because the concrete guys are coming tomorrow. I called this morning because I hadn't heard from anybody as far as scheduling or anything like that, and the foreman called me back a little later and said that they ran into issues on the job they're on. The people are going to need to get some more earthwork done there, so they're delayed in pouring concrete over there, which frees them up to come over here and get started. So they are coming tomorrow to do the grading, compacting, gravel, and then rebar in here. And the same with outside in the carport. They'll get all of it prepped and ready. And then the first warm day we have, which is looking like Friday of this week, they're gonna come back and pour. So I may have concrete in here by the weekend, which will keep me moving at a steady pace and closing in on getting this job done. So I'm gonna get after it. I gotta try to do a lot of stuff tonight to make sure I'm ready for those guys in the morning. And there's not a lot of time for talking, so I'll bring you guys back when I've got some stuff done. All right, team, I'm calling for the night. It's a little after 10 o'clock. It is cold out here. I've had the furnace running the whole time, but with the amount of space that's still uninsulated and the fact that it's below freezing tonight, that thing's keeping it around 40 degrees, but that's That's cold enough for me to say I'm all done for tonight. I did get my outlet. I got this outlet box wired up and over around to this outlet box, which goes back to the breaker panel. And I did the little plywood fill-in pieces up there on both ends. And I've got all my shiz out of the way. So I think I should be all ready for the concrete guys to be here tomorrow. They can get started doing what they need to do in here, doing what they need to do outside, get all the prep work done, compaction, gravel, compaction, rebar, etc. And then hopefully we're just waiting on a warm day for them to be able to pour the concrete. Once that concrete goes down, it's going to be full steam ahead to get the rest of this place insulated, sealed up, and finished up. Well, everybody, it's Friday night now, and as you can tell by the time lapse, it's been a busy past couple days. I got a phone call from the concrete contractor on Tuesday. He said they were planning to be here on Thursday or Friday to get started on the prep and then pour the concrete. And then that afternoon, he actually called me back and said they hit some snags at another job, that customer needed to do more earthwork before they would be able to get started. And they were going to be able to move me up on the schedule if I was ready. And as you all know, I was ready. And as a result of being prepared, I have concrete, team. So they came Wednesday and prepped everything. Did the compaction, did the gravel fill, compacted again, vapor barrier, and then rebar. And then they came back yesterday morning. They were actually down here at 5:30 yesterday morning and poured the concrete. They're here pretty much all day, getting it smoothed out, finished, taken care of. And they came back at lunchtime today and sprayed the sealer on it. So it's set up enough that I can I can walk around and I can get started working on things over on this side of the workshop. And they advised me to, one, help it wet cure by spraying it lightly with water every day for the next 3 days. So today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And that I can start, like I said, I can walk on it, I can work over here with my plywood insulation, things like that, but not to drive anything heavy on it or put any heavy point loads on it until it's had 10 days to fully cure. So I'm so excited, guys. This is such a huge milestone, and it's not the only one. Let me show you the outside also. They did that as well. So you can see they poured my outside pad as well. It's a little drizzly out right now, so the sealer hasn't all quite dried out here, but I'm sure it will. And I'll tell you, I'm also super, super excited about this. It made a huge difference inside. It made an even more huge difference out here. Like, this kind of just looked like a little dumpy carport before, but getting a nice concrete floor out here made it 1,000% better, in my opinion. I got a pile of insulation for the attic, so I'm gonna get it chucked up there, head up with my headlamp and my mask, and just try to bang it out. I have enough here that I can get my next 4 bays or 4 bunks. I think they're bunks. I don't know what they're actually called. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4 bunks done, and I'll be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4 more bunks, which will be right to the end of the steel that I'm leaving up. And then I'll have to find some more steel and pick it up here from this row the rest of the way. So I'm gonna toss it up there, and then I'm gonna climb up and get going and see if that motivates me to do more or if that motivates me to call it a night. So I'll update you guys soon. Well, everybody, it's a little after 10 o'clock. I'm gonna call it for the evening. I did get my 4 bunks in the attic space fully insulated. Those are done. And I won't be able to do any more until I get the tin the rest of the way on the ceiling, which is probably gonna be close to one of the last things that I do out here. I filled in my little wells with gravel. So those are all good to go now. And, oh, I prepped these 2 vertical cavities. So tomorrow morning I can get started on vapor barrier, insulation, plywood, because I might try to actually get this entire rear wall done tomorrow. I mean, I think I can, especially the weather may not be great, so I'll be working in here most of the day. It's Saturday. And yeah, just gonna keep chugging along. I don't need any electrical work done on this back wall, so I can go ahead and get that insulated, plywooded, and move on. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning, and I'm gonna try to get some wall paneling banged out in here. I can do at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 or 5 I can go for along this wall. So I'm gonna try to get them insulated and paneled today. And then depending on how that goes, I may start on some electrical, some other stuff that needs to get done out here, and just try to keep moving the gauge forward. I'm so, like, I want to keep my momentum up. I'm within sight of the finish now, so I got to keep going. Well, everybody, it's about 5:30. I'm getting ready to go in and have dinner with the family, and made good progress today. I didn't quite make it as far as I'd hoped. I've got 1 section left over here on this wall. I might come out after dinner and do it. I haven't decided yet. But once I get that section done, then I'm probably gonna be stuck until I do some more electrical. I need to run power and a plug for an oven outlet right over here somewhere. I also need to run, I want to get one more quad outlet box like that one over here on this wall. And I gotta do something with this. This is from the old stuff. So I gotta get that sorted out and out of the way also. So if I don't come back out tonight, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and you'll be seeing this Monday. So big week of progress. I am really, really excited. This place is, man, I feel like now that this concrete's down, it's like full throttle. Let's get it done and get it ready to be worked in. Good morning again, everybody. It's Sunday now, and I wound up last night. I made another run to Lowe's and Home Depot. Picked up a bunch of supplies that should keep me going. I'm really hoping to be able to finish this panel, this panel, this panel, get the wall closed off, get that new door that I just picked up installed, and like, I think I have everything I should need now to continue around and get everything, basically everything except the metal roof done. So, like I showed you, obviously I got the door, I've got a bunch more plywood for the walls. I picked up more light fixtures for the ceiling. I picked up electrical boxes, switches, connectors, an oven plug, like all kinds of stuff. So I think I have everything I need to get my switches relocated, get my lights put up, do all of that stuff, and then continue on with wood paneling. I was originally going to try to leave some of this for the electrician to do, but I've done enough with power outlets, with electrical wiring, with lights, with this, that I feel confident in my ability to do a couple outlets and do a couple lights and relocate a switch. So I'm going to save myself a little money paying the electrician. I'm going to do it myself, and yeah, just try to bang out as much as I can today and keep this project moving. Like I said yesterday, I literally feel like I'm so close. I can see the finish line now. So I want to just do as much as I can to keep that needle moving toward complete and banging out projects down here. So I'll bring you guys back when I have some progress to show you. Time for an update, team. So this wall is now done. I did add another double outlet box right here. There's going to be another double outlet right here on that same circuit. So I'll finish getting that hooked up over to the breaker panel. But now I'm at a point I got to do some more measuring and calculating and figure out how I need to space things. I need to run a little bit more power into this section here. So we are remodeling our kitchen and 2 of the bathrooms in February, but I want to bring the dishwasher and the oven. It's actually a stovetop and oven range unit. I want to bring those, the old ones, down here. We're getting new appliances for the kitchen. They're in great working order. The dishwasher is old, but man, it cleans everything really well. And the oven also, it actually looks fairly recent and works great. And I can use the oven to do like heating up parts for getting them together, or I could do small powder coating projects or all kinds of stuff with that. And the dishwasher, if you didn't know this, dishwashers also make great parts washers for small parts. So I can use that for transmissions and things like that. When I'm rebuilding transmissions, I can clean all the small parts in the dishwasher. So I gotta figure out, I gotta go measure how wide the dishwasher is, how wide the range is, and then map out where I'm gonna put. The dishwasher needs to be on its own dedicated circuit with a GFCI outlet, so I have to run that. And then the range uses a 220 volt 40 amp circuit, so I need to run that. And then I'll get those measurements, figure out how I'm going to map everything out over here, and then get started doing some more electrical work. And yeah, once I get all the electric into this section, then I can go ahead and do the paneling and everything else. So I'll get those measurements. I'll bring you guys back once I've got some progress made. Woo! Well, folks, I think I got to wrap this video up. I'm done. I'm out of time to work on this project today. So where I'm leaving it, I finished this rear wall, like I said. And I'm giving myself 2 additional supports in this bay. Primary reason being, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hang a couple cabinets on this wall. So the plywood is strong. Having those additional 6x6 supports in there too will make it even stronger. So I won't have to worry about putting a couple cabinets up there. Especially I probably won't, who knows if I'll ever even put anything in them. I think I might put my battery chargers for my cordless tools in there. But that's the only idea I've even had to put inside of them. But I did get my wiring run. You can see it goes up, comes back down. That will be above the finished ceiling height. And yeah, then I've got over here, this will be my 220 for my oven. And then I've got 110. This is for 2 more. There'll be outlets in this on that circuit. So I'll have essentially 4 outlets on this circuit. And then this will be over dedicated circuit by itself for the dishwasher with a GFCI outlet. So you'll more than likely next video, I'll have that done and I'll get to work on getting the rest of this wall completed. And I'm excited about it, guys. We're gonna make a lot of progress quickly, I think. I'm excited. I'm just keep telling myself we'll be working out here before you know it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.